And basically, we are live, Money Chats. This is a special edition of Money Chats. So, in case you're watching us for the very first time, this particular one is a special edition. Right? We normally do Money Chat in the evenings, either Thursday or Friday, but we decided to do a special one, especially for our friends who are actually in fish farming. Okay, so if you're able to hear me, please make a comment so that I can actually be sure that you're with us and you're watching live. And then also, I would like you to share with your friends. All right, as introduce our special guest. Today's special guest is Mr. Brenna. Mr. Brenna, he's an expert in fish farming. So I'll be bringing him on to the stream, okay, so that you can actually get to interact with him and ask him whatever it is that you want to ask when it comes to fish farming. I think we as we are getting ready. So this week we've been talking about aquaculture on Money Business Insights. So we spent a whole week discussing aquaculture, how to start fish farming, doing value addition on fish farming, and we've also been discussing what you call fish markets. Now, I needed to bring in an expert, somebody who understands fish farming to help out with the conversation. And that's why today we're having this discussion around fish farming. So we'll be bringing in an expert, somebody who basically understands fish farming. So we're going to do a bit of housekeeping. Okay. We're going to do a bit of housekeeping. Yeah, I got a thumbs up like. Please drop me a comment if you can hear me loud and clear. Drop me a comment if you can hear me loud and clear. Like I said, this one is a special edition of Money Chat. Okay, so the person that we'll be speaking to is Mr. Brenna, and so that people actually understand, he's actually in Uganda as we speak. He's in Uganda or Rwanda, one of the two. So we're going to be speaking to someone who's in Rwanda. But this weekend, they will be hosting a fish farming training session for 2 days in Lusaka. Okay. They'll be hosting a fish farming training for 2 days. So not only do we put you in front of business opportunities, but we show you how to make the money in that particular sector. So please drop that comment. I want to do a bit of housekeeping. I haven't brought in our friends from the other side of our social media page. So let me quickly bring them on board before they miss out. Yeah, and yeah, okay, excellent. We are actually live on Facebook. Thank you very much, Philip Katongo. Okay, you really want to learn this, so we'll do that. We're gonna make sure that you learn about fish farming. Okay, you're gonna learn about fish farming. As Mr. Brainas joins us in the next few minutes, he's going to be part of the stream, and then we can have that conversation about fish farming, listening to an expert, someone who has been training. Now, I'll tell you what they're doing is so amazing. Like they have so many trainings, like different types of trainings. I'm going to ask him questions around that, and trust me, you're going to love hearing stuff relating to what they're doing, and to have it. Some of this training happening in Zambia is really really amazing. So thank you very much, Philip Katongo, for your message. Okay, at least you're getting us loud and clear. Now, before I even get really, really busy, we are live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook. Okay. The only thing I need to do is add a certain audience of ours who might end up missing out if we do not share this on the other page. Okay, let me quickly do this. Let me quickly do this before our audience on the other side misses out on a lovely conversation that we're supposed to start having. And like I said, this is a special edition. We've got a couple of special editions that will be coming up of Money Business Insights. I mean, sorry, of Money Chat, where I'm going to share quite a number of, I'll share quite a number of stuff. Okay, let me just quickly do this. This is me just trying to see if I can get to the other side quickly. All right, and share the video. All right. Let's see if we're still waiting for Mr. Brainer to join us. We're waiting for him to join us. Once he joins us, we'll basically continue. Thank you very much, Mr. Williams. Very consistent. So today we're doing fish farming. Yeah, we're very dynamic like that. Quite a lot of topics that we've had, which that we've been sharing, that help people basically learn how to make money. Like what we were saying, you need to change the way you think about money. You need to think of it from a problem-solving point of view. Don't think of it from a passion point of view. This is something I learned from Matthew Ashimaloy yesterday when I was listening to him. He was teaching, and guess what? He says, "Don't follow your passion." You understand? And I agree with him. You know, we've got so many young people who say, "I'm very passionate about being an artist," but being an artist is not putting food on the table. You know, so if you're going to be like David, David was solving a problem that Saul had a temper. So when David played music, he was paid music. He was paid basically for the music that kept the king's spirit calm. So you understand. So if you're going to be passionate about music, make sure that that music has got a specific purpose that it's serving in people's lives. Otherwise, it's pointless for you to be running around as an artist if your music is not even good. And personally, I made a commitment to myself. I said I would never produce any song as an artist, right? If I myself do not like the quality of music that I'm singing. So that's why I gave up. I stuck to being a producer. It was much easier for me to produce talented people than for me to try and attempt singing myself. Okay, so I'm sharing it just now. The special edition of Money Chat. Okay, I'm just hoping that our guest quickly pops in the next few minutes as we're doing the housekeeping. So make sure you share this on your timeline. Share it with as many people as possible. Okay, so that they can learn what we're about to discuss. Very important topic. And guess what? I'm coming at a time where you least expected, 11 hours. Okay, so just a moment, we shall have the other audience that might be missing out on this conversation joining us. Let me just quickly get this done. The internet is not being very kind right now. Let me just quickly get this done and we're good to go. Just a moment. Okay. Otherwise, please do share, invite a friend. When you comment, you can tag some people so that they can jump on this conversation. Let's talk about money related things, okay? Money related conversations, things that will help us make money. All right. There we go. I think we are now good to go. We should be good to go. All right. So drop me a comment if you're watching. Tell us where you're watching from, so that we get to understand who we're with. Like I said, we're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube as well, and we're about to get into this conversation. Just waiting for Mr. Brenna to join us. I don't know what has just happened. We were together for a few minutes, right? As soon as he joins us, we'll get into the thick of things. Otherwise, I think we have successfully shared with the other audience. So get ready. Like I said, this is a special conversation that we're having today. Make sure you leave a comment. Okay, leave a comment below and just tell us where you're watching from. And yeah, so we get to know who you are and who we're talking to. So I'm just waiting for Mr. Brenner to basically rejoin this conversation so that we can continue with our discussion. We had him for a few seconds, and then I think must be something to do with network. He's actually, like I said, if not Rwanda, he's in Uganda. Okay, so I saw him. He was like in the field, basically doing what he does best, which is farming. He represents an organization called AgriSmart. So we're talking about smart agriculture solutions that need to be provided out there. Okay, so and this is something I've observed. As we've been discussing, and when we talk about providing solutions, I've observed something in we are so institutionalized when it comes to what we're doing economically and things like agriculture that we don't seem to follow the rules, okay, that our friends are applying, how people are advancing and improving on their agricultural skills. What I've noticed is that Zambia does not have a production problem. What Zambia has is the quality of production. That is what we need to sort out. So, for instance, yes, we've got arable land, but most of that land is acidic. It's not very nutritious. It needs to be worked on in order for the quality of whatever you're producing to improve. Okay, so now that is something that is very important. So, with that said, it's important for us to look at the tools we need in order to deliver quality farm products. Already, Lusaka has been hit hard. We are aware that there's a circular from the ministry that has said the Lusaka is typhoid area. So meaning some of the typhoid is being found in crops that are being produced, okay, using the water. So meaning the sewer system is and the water body that is being used in Lusaka is not very clean. So that is a huge danger right there. So anyway, we're just going to give it a few more minutes and see whether we can get Mr. Brenna back online. Uh, just looking out for him. As soon as we get him back online, we'll be going live, and that's basically what I'm waiting for. He basically dropped off. We actually had him. Yeah. So as soon as we get him back online, we are good to go. So now, with that said, Lusaka, guys, I think it's such a serious concern when you think about this whole typhoid story and the fact that some of that is being found in tomatoes and vegetables because of the type of water that is being used for irrigation and things like that. That's a drawback. And I think that's something that I believe government at some point were told that they needed to clean the water table. And whether those our friends were up to it from a political point of view, I don't know. Yeah, because I believe there's been monies that have been put out many times, even by well wishers who benefit from what we produce. I mean, the American government wants to eat what's coming out of I mean, the Americans, they want to eat what's coming out of Zambia, but then they get disappointed because they find that there are feces, traces of feces, and the cabbage, and the various vegetables that are coming from this country, which is really sad. But we can isolate this problem to Lusaka for now because other parts like Northwestern Province, Copperbelt are not experiencing such a problem. So let me just quickly do this. Just give me a few seconds as we try and get just a few. Okay. Um, so basically, we can't seem to connect with our guest. I don't know what has happened, unless there's load shedding on the other side of the world as well. We actually had him. I can't seem to get through to him. So what we'll do is we'll basically rebroadcast the moment we finally get hold of him. We'll start the live video again, and we'll just go right into the business. And so be on standby. We'll be going live again, just making sure that we deal with this issue of fish farming. Otherwise, yeah, keep following, subscribe, share with your friends, and make sure that you learn one or two things that are very valuable for you when it comes to business. Otherwise, I'll see you as soon as we actually reconnect.